Welcome back to Real Life Recaps. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Hello, and thank you for viewing today's video of Reddit stories. I have two stories today. The first story was posted by Ryan Space Ace. My entitled mom is mad at me for telling my stepdad about her trying to move out with me. My 18 male birthday is today, and I'm moving out within the next couple days. My mom is losing it because she won't be able to scream at me for nothing anymore. My grandpa is thankfully letting me stay with him until I can get my own place and get on my feet. I was out with my band to celebrate, and I got home in the evening at around 6. My mom didn't talk to me, and my stepdad only said hi. My stepdad asked me what was next, and I told him I was moving out. A little while ago, my mom screamed at me because she wanted to move out with me, but I'm not letting her. Truth be told, I'm moving out to get away from her. I didn't know if my stepdad knew about my mom wanting to move out, so I told him about that, and he went silent, then left. Later, I was watching Jurassic Park, and I heard my mom and stepdad arguing. They've argued before, but this was worse. They were full-on screaming at each other. Towards the end of the movie, my mom came into my room and started to scream at me for telling stepdad about her wanting to move out with me. Then she told my stepdad, "It doesn't even matter. He's not letting me live with him." And my stepdad said, "It does matter. You didn't tell me, and you were going to move out and leave me in the dust." They argued more until my stepdad left the house. My mom came to my room and screamed at me for telling my stepdad about her plan. She said I was disturbing the peace. Then she went outside and is now smoking. I don't want her moving in with me because she screams at me for the smallest things. An example is when she screamed at me for being a pig when I burped in the bathroom a couple days ago, and she basically wants to quit her job and live in my basement so I can support her. I actually find it a little funny that she thinks I can afford a place with a basement right now. But anyway, I don't really know how to end this post, so I'm going to leave it here. From the comments. Well, I would definitely never let your mom know where you live. She'll try to move in while you're out at work or school. OP replied, "Definitely. All she needs to know is that I live elsewhere." More comments. Secure all of your important documents ASAP, as well as open a new bank account that you 100% know she doesn't have access to. I second the P.O. Box. You can start the process online, and if you live in an area with multiple post office locations around, you are free to choose whichever is more convenient to you. I personally have one in a different postcode. That's not too far away for privacy's sake. I also highly recommend talking to the post office about setting up a street address with them as well. It's nothing fancy, you just have to sign a paper agreeing to the terms of using the free service. Once signed, you are then given a physical street address to use for your mail and packages, including from UPS, FedEx, etc. The bonus with this is if EM somehow sees your new address and is not familiar with the area, she won't recognize right away that it's not your actual home. Throws her off the trail. Update, I just moved out of my entitled parents' place. My mom made it so hard when I was moving. As of earlier today, I moved basically all my stuff and only had a few things left. My mom called one of her friends over and told her that I was moving out. The friend that came over had a kid 2 years younger than me. We went to the same school before I graduated. When I would walk home from school, more often than not, I'd hear her bad-mouthing my mom to the other parents. I only heard bits and pieces of my mom and her friend's conversation, but from what I heard, my mom told her friend that she gave me a place to live for 18 years, and now I was leaving without paying her back or paying rent for the time I stayed there after my 18th birthday. I turned 18 not even 3 days ago. Her friend went off on me, telling me I should be ashamed of myself and that she doesn't know how my mom got stuck with me as a kid. I wanted to say something back, but I just put my earbuds in and listened to music. A little while later, just before I was leaving, I noticed I was missing a picture of me and my band in costume. We're a Kiss tribute band. I'm Ace Frehley in the band. I looked around and saw my mom and her friend looking at it, laughing to themselves and criticizing me. I took it back and my mom said, "I don't know how you're still in that band. They could get a much better guitarist." I said, "I may not be the best guitarist, but my friends don't talk about me behind my back. Then I took the picture and left. My mom and her friend argued as I was leaving. My stepdad hasn't come home yet. I texted him and asked if he was all right, and he said he was staying at his friend's house until he processed the situation. Even though he's a major a-hole and lectures me for no reason, part of me still felt a little bad. I'm at my grandpa's house now. I still have to get settled, but I'm free. I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders. My grandpa even got me a new flying V for my birthday. I usually play my Les Paul, but the V looks badass. I'm happy with it. Once again, I don't really know how to end this post, so I'm going to leave it here. From the comments, sorry dude, I'm old and have very little patience for a-holes like your mother and her friend. I would have flipped them both the bird as I left. I could never treat my kids so atrociously. These kinds of yahoos worm their way into your head, and you might hear her voice for quite a while even after she's physically far away. Anytime you hear that voice telling you you're not worthy or you're going to fail, just tell her to screw off. It goes away in time. It's good you're out. But it's not all good. Please start reading a book from the book list, and at least go to a support group to learn all the behaviors you thought were normal are not, and are actually part of her MH disease. Healing is a process that takes time and effort, and you've taken the biggest, hardest step getting away from the source of abuse. Don't stop now thinking you're done. Transform yourself from victim to survivor. Having come from an abusive home, my stepfather was physically and verbally abusive and my mom did nothing. I want to tell you I'm proud of you for getting out as soon as you possibly could. I want you to know there's a random stranger out in this world rooting for you and your healing journey. You are strong. I haven't been through the r/raised by narcissists subreddit, so I can't speak on that, but I know there's several subreddits for survivors of abuse to talk about it and going NC with these people. You're not alone, and I'm sure you will succeed in life. The second story was posted by Affectionate Ad 6058. I need my mom to move out. My parents, male 71 and female 72, got divorced around 4 years ago, but separated about 6. It needed to happen. I wish it would have happened a lot sooner. My dad was a narcissistic a-hole. Me, female 45, have always taken my mom's side. We had a very good relationship. I'm an only child. When they were splitting up, I knew my mom couldn't live by herself, financially. My dad was the breadwinner and had a very good retirement plan. Their house was an older home and needed a lot of repairs, so when they sold it, they didn't make a lot, and what they did went to paying off credit card debit, basically all of my mom's. My dad was able to find a small house to rent and lived a very, very simple life. He ended up having to pay my mom alimony, so that took a huge chunk, plus with a rental payment, and he had to finance a vehicle. His old truck crapped out on him. Somehow, my mom made sure her almost brand new vehicle got paid off and left my dad. During them splitting up items, she made sure to take whatever she wanted and barely gave my dad anything. I must say that my dad was a serial cheater. My mom hated him by the time they divorced. I do not condone my dad cheating at all, and I was very hurt as a woman that he would do that, so I understand my mom's hurt and hatred towards him. My husband and I agreed that my mom could move in with us so she could save money and figure out what to do with her life. I also have 2 sons, ages 18 and 12 right now. My mom rented a storage unit to fit all her stuff in and moved in with us. It has now been almost 4 years. She doesn't pay us a dime but claims she is broke. I'm at my wit's end. She doesn't help around the house, but has no problem making snarky comments about me and my husband to my boys. I really have no idea about her financial situation. I know she has to pay for supplement health insurance, her storage unit, maybe a small credit card payment, car insurance, cell phone, and her own cable. I'm sure most people would say, well, talk to her. I wish it was that easy. She is the type of person that if you don't think like her or do things in the way she thinks is right, you're wrong. She is nosy, and all she cares about is what other people think and appearances. I'm the opposite. My boys are sick of her, as she tries to mother them. My husband is about ready to throw her stuff out in the front yard. She has no other family besides me and my family. No one. That's what's stopping me from completely losing my crap, knowing that if I do have this conversation with her, things will never be the same and possibly ending our relationship. She is that type that will hold a grudge forever. She still hates people from high school because of something they may have said or did. She literally tried to pick a fight with me over tortillas tonight. She gets upset when my boys have friends over. I feel like I have to tiptoe in my own house. She does have some health problems, so I worry about that. We have a large house, but with our oldest graduating soon and maybe moving out in the next few years, he can stay however long he wants. We want to downsize and buy a smaller house with less upkeep. I'm afraid even if I ask her to move out, she's going to pour on the woe is me act and say she can't afford it. Now, mind you, in the 4 years my dad still has his rental, a brand new truck, and has managed to tuck away about $50,000. He's found odd jobs to make some extra money. My mom, on the other hand, has spent money on changing her name back to her maiden name, personalized license plates, getting her windows tinted, Amazon packages arriving almost every other day, multiple grocery trips a month, getting multiple eyeglass frames. The one time I asked her to pay our water bill, she made it seem like it would break her for the month. It has affected my relationship with my husband. He's been more than understanding, but I know he's sick of her living here. My almost breaking point was when my FIL passed away last year and someone started a GoFundMe for my MIL, as she thought she had a decent insurance policy coming. Turns out something happened and she didn't get it. It was to pay off a few loans. My mom had the nerve to say that my MIL didn't need a GoFundMe and that she would be fine and probably had more money than her. I was so shocked and disgusted by her. I just don't know what to do. I feel on one hand, if I bring up her moving out or at least start paying us rent, she's going to get mad and it will change our entire relationship. And honestly, the thought of my mom being alone makes me sad. But on the other, I'm about ready to lose my crap. Anyone have advice? Similar experiences? Or just some encouraging words? From the comments. I know it's your mom, but you're describing a pretty unpleasant person. I also know cheating can't be condoned, but I can see your dad cheating as a way to get some relief from her. So, choose your suffering. Suffer from worry if you throw her out, but have a lot more happiness in your life and for your family. Suffer with every member of your family being constantly miserable, but take comfort in housing your mom. I'd say that when there's a moment of calmness, bring up that you and your family have different personalities from her, and coexisting after years of trying is too hard, and she should look to move out ASAP. You'll give her the time she needs, but you're also liable to snap and throw her out, so she should be proactive. Also, hubby might be the better one for this convo. OP replied, "You nailed it with my dad. I now have a great relationship with him, and he's a completely different person. Thank you." But what kind of advice would you give these two original posters? And if you enjoyed today's video, please subscribe. And here are more videos I have available for you. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button to let me know you enjoy these videos. Thank you, and have a great day.